So without further ado, this will be your second quarter-final match for the Dragon Kingdom Wrestling's Women's World Championship. Can we have the first participant to the ring, please?
Reluctantly crash at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle.
Making her Dragon Kingdom Wrestling debut from London, England, the one-woman army, Tia Watson!
Tia Jane Watson, someone I have only had the pleasure of seeing once before, but never here at Dragon Kingdom. Making her debut, she is hell-bent on making a lasting impression. And how better to do that than securing her spot in the semi-finals, headed towards that Women's World Championship.
And can we have their opponent to the ring, please?
But her opponent is someone we have seen here before, Reese. Someone that has been brought back after an excursion to the US and even an appearance in TNA Wrestling.
Absolutely.
From Cornwall, she is the relentless Rhiannon Jade!
Rhiannon Jade with a bit of a name change, a bit of a rebrand, a bit of a refresh. She walks into 2025 in Dragon Kingdom, hell-bent on chasing championship glory. After having spoken to her myself, she's determined more than ever to hit 2025 hard and to come out on top. But she has a hell of an obstacle in her way in Tia Jane.
She absolutely does. As you said, Rhiannon Jade, not the name this competitor went by the last time we saw her. The last time we saw this woman compete, she went by Echo. That name now remnants of the past, as Relentless Rhiannon Jade looks to make an impactful return to the kingdom. Last seen in a match against Violet Knight back in November.
Absolutely, and she made her debut back last June when she competed against Dale Johnson. Sadly in a losing effort, but I think she course corrected back in November. She's looking to kick off 2025 strong, as she's looking now for the arm. Yep.
And she gets it. Pressure applied. Now look, if you can look at where she's got that key lock applied, putting a lot of pressure on the elbow joint of Tia Jane. Unfortunately not for long for Rhiannon Jade.
This is the kind of wrestling you expect from Rhiannon Jade. After going to the United States, training at the Jacob Pritzard Wrestling Academy, she's got that technical prowess there. She just needs to keep it locked in.
Trained by one of the greats, Dr. Tom Pritchard, along with, of course, as we've seen previously tonight, Ruby Manitoba and the Blockbusters. Rhiannon Jade has a strong pedigree behind her. As we've said, a lot of appearances over in the States. She's been racking up very, very monumental matches, as included with TNA Wrestling's Explosion program, where she made an appearance for late last year, and now back here in the kingdom. She is hoping that that does not remain a fleeting highlight, but a teaser of what is to come. She wants that women's championship, but so does the Londoner, Tia Jane Watson.
Both competitors showing their speed and strength here in Tredegar.
Both very tenacious athletes. Hold on a minute, flatliner from Rhiannon Jade. And now headlock applied. Couldn't keep it for long. She's into the corner. And a neck breaker. Rhiannon Jade, very impressive showing early on.
Very good cover, but just couldn't get the count.
That's the thing. You can hit the most impressive moves, you can hit the most impactful moves, but it only counts for something if you can follow it up with a 1, 2, 3, and hold on a second. This might be the move that prompts it. Or will it? Snapmare out of it. Very impressive reversal from Tia Jane. And a German suplex, and Rhiannon is down. She might be hurt. That German suplex puts a lot of pressure on the neck, Reese.
Not only that, but leading up to it, the guillotine on the ropes. You take away the breath, that puts you out for the counts, because after all, what we know is if you can't breathe, Kai, you can't fight.
This is true scientific knowledge there from our general manager, Reese Baldwin. Tia Jane now using the tried and tested approach of trap your opponent and beat the tar out of them. Suplex downing Rhiannon Jade.
Certainly not pretty, but I think it's effective.
You get no points for style, you get no points for pretty, you only get points for winning. And that is exactly what Watson intends to do. She does not want to make this match go for any longer than possible. The longer this match goes, the more fatigued you are, the harder it is to build up those energy reserves ready for your next match in the tournament. And neither of these women, as you pointed out to me before we came back to this event tonight, Reese, neither of these women know who is in their side of the bracket. I assumed the winner of this match would go on to face Violet Knight, who won earlier.
No, so what we want to make sure is that no one knows what's coming for them. At the end of the day, to win a prestigious championship like we want the Women's World Championship to be, we want there to be uncertainty. We want you to be prepared for any and all comers.
So the winner of this match faces opponent unknown, and they will be decided in a quarterfinal match at a later event. But for now, we need to focus on this one. Tia Jane Watson hammering away at the relentless Rhiannon Jade as she clutches her neck. She's not in a very good way right now.
No, after those club-in blows, it really takes you out of the situation. It disorients you. She needs to get her head back in the game and fast.
Well, it's all good saying that, but it's all the more harder to actually accomplish it, especially when you've got one of the most tested strikers in the country right now in Tia Jane. Tia Jane, she hits you once, I'm sorry, but you're not getting back up. How Rhiannon Jade is continuing in this match remains baffling to me.
It's those very strikes that draw us to her. It's those very strikes.
Look at the face of Rhiannon Jade.
It's why we brought her to the kingdom.
She's not hurt. She's just wound up. She's angry. She's annoyed. She's relentless, and she's ready to take the fight to Tia on condition that she can remain on a vertical base, which is starting to look unlikely at the moment. Or is it? Thunderous blow from Rhiannon Jade.
Measuring Tia Jane. Hard strike in the corner.
Snapmare now. Running into the double chop. Tough place to be when your opponent's standing tall. Ducked underneath. And a flatliner into a modified Koji clutch. And this could be all she wrote for Tia Jane.
Well, the ref's not
seeing it. Hold on. The ref clocked it.
But is the damage done?
A very rare mistake from referee Stu. Normally he is on the ball with these things. He gave Rhiannon Jade vital time there to inflict more damage on Tia Jane. If I was Tia Jane, Stu might be on my hit list. But Tia looking all right in that, despite the fact that she was seemingly choked out there by Rhiannon Jade. She still has some left in the reserves, but just how much remains to be seen. Staggering headbutt from Tia and a spine buster that almost busted the chances of Rhiannon Jade ever becoming the champion here in Dragon Kingdom.
It's a close contest between these two. Either one of them could come out with a victory, but who wants it more? And that's what this tournament is all about. We want to find out who can get through each and every stage of this tournament, fighting fiercely. And it looks like both of these fit the bill.
Well, Tia Jane in her debut, she does not want to go down with a loss. She could think of nothing worse, and especially against someone like Rhiannon Jade. As we've said, a TNA appearance. Now, whether it was one appearance or 100 appearances, you get to defeat someone who's competed for one of the world's leading wrestling promotions. That is bragging rights yourself.
100%.
But for Rhiannon Jade as well, she has trained with some of the very best in the world. She went over to the US, went on a tour there, competed OVW, TNA, got to rub shoulders with these industry giants, these industry greats. If she loses here, you've got to think maybe she thinks she's letting these people down, these people that gave her a helping hand, that guided her back here to Dragon Kingdom, and the attitude she has, the way that she is. You've got to think she's put a lot of pressure on herself in the back of her mind, and whether she feels that tonight or whether she'll feel it in defeat, Rhiannon Jade very well may be fighting a mental as well as physical battle with herself.
I want to give props to Rhea there for getting herself out of the equation, out of the ring to get some much needed air.
That's the lessons taught to her by Dr. Tom, no doubt. Ring IQ was something I mentioned with James Ellis, and it is something that Rhiannon Jade is starting to develop very, very nicely. But being smart doesn't help a lot when you're against someone the caliber of Tia Jane, but it does there. The echo chamber connected, and now huge stretch, and Tia Jane is out. Rhiannon Jade advances to the semi-finals. She truly was relentless, and now she marches on to the second round, the semi-finals, and she walks one step closer to being the inaugural champion. Just 2 wins stand between Rhiannon Jade and lifting that beautiful new championship. But who will she face? Reese, can you give us a hint?
So I can't tell you who she'll face because I don't know. It could be any one of the 4 people competing at the next show on Friday, March 28th.
You'll have to join us on March 28th to find out.